In northern Italy, the city-state ruled the surrounding regions as well as the city. Guild members governed the cities during the 1300s. They made decisions about security, trade, foreign policy, and city planning. The most important cities were Genoa, Venice, and Florence. These cities manufactured products that were sought after in Europe and Asia. It was in these cities that the background for imagination and creativity and the spirit of patronage bloomed. Genoa is located in Italy's northwestern coastline. It was considered one of Italy's greatest commercial powers during the Middle Ages. Genoa was an important seaport. It was located at the crossroads of Italy and northern Europe. It had a natural harbor that was located in the deepest gulf of the Mediterranean Sea. During the Middle Ages, Genoa was rival to the eastern trading ports of Venice and Pisa. By the late 15th century, Genoa began looking to the west for trading opportunities, establishing trade centers in Spain and Portugal. Genoa was also the birthplace of Christopher Columbus, the Italian explorer who discovered the Americas in 1492. He was commissioned by the Spanish rulers Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand to find an alternate route to the riches of India. Venice was a city built on a group of islands located just off Italy's northeastern coastline. It was another one of Italy's major trading powers in the Middle Ages. For much of this period, Venice was known as the Queen of the Adriatic because of its strength in trade and commerce. It was an important link between Western Europe and the Byzantine Empire to the east. And, as we have discussed previously, in order to have a monopoly of trade in that region, launched the Fourth Crusade against Constantinople. A famous Venetian merchant was Marco Polo. Due to his many journeys to the Near East, Marco Polo spread word of foreign lands and peoples and imported exotic merchandise to Italy.
In spite of the fact that the Arabs had been trading with India and China for hundreds of years, Western Europeans didn't make a serious effort to reach the Far East until very late in the Middle Ages, virtually at the dawn of the Renaissance. About the year 1245, when the Mongols controlled most of Asia from Russia to China, the Pope sent an expedition of Franciscan monks to the great Khan of the Mongols to find out what they could about these people and their religion. Other Franciscan delegations followed, and the priests of two great religions found much to learn from each other. It wasn't long before Western merchants became eager to make the journey eastward. About the year 1260, two brothers, Niccolo and Maffeo Polo, who were Venetian merchants traveling in the Middle East, happened to fall in with a caravan that was going to see Kublai Khan.
The knowledge sea traders like Marco Polo brought to Italy increased the trade there and in other parts of Europe as well. Just as Italy is considered the heart of Renaissance Europe, Florence is considered the birthplace of Renaissance Italy. The name Florence comes from the Latin word Florentia, which means flourishing town. This describes perfectly what was happening in Florence. Florence was the center of the European wool industry during the Middle Ages. The city's strength in textiles attracted many merchants who came to Florence to invest their money in the thriving wool industry. This greatly boosted the Florentine economy. The florin, Florence's currency, was a gold coin. It was such a valuable currency that it was used throughout many parts of Europe during the Renaissance. By the late 14th century, textile merchants held a great deal of political power and social influence in Florence. Many of these merchants became patrons of Florentine artists and scholars. Most of the art and architecture which came out of Renaissance Florence has survived the test of time. Florence's extensive collection of Renaissance relics, combined with its long list of famous Renaissance figures, confirm the city's status as one of the major contributors of Western European culture since the late Middle Ages. The Medicis were the most powerful and famous of all the Florentine merchant families. They were patrons of many great Renaissance figures, such as Donatello, Leonardo da Vinci, Brunelleschi, Michelangelo, and Botticelli. We will learn more about the Renaissance in our next unit.